This white snakeskin Fender Champ amplifier sold again. I have to show it on the computer because I just left it boxed up when I got it back after checking that there wasn't any damage to it. And it was a little bit of a hassle to sell this again, as far as the buyer that finally got it was unable to purchase it at first. He would get a quote by clicking on the shipping tab, but he couldn't buy it, saying it could not be shipped. And so I didn't know what to do. I told him to call eBay customer service in Australia. That's where he was trying to purchase it from. And they told him that because it said snakeskin in the title, that it was not allowed. And this is actually sort of a faux snakeskin. It's just a snakeskin imprint on a Tolex covering. And so I took the word snakeskin out of the title and I said, give it a couple of days and try again, and sure enough it worked. And this sold again for $400. This is a brass pipe stand, a single pipe stand that I picked up in an auction lot with some other pipe stands and humidors for about $8. And this one is marked Made in Italy. It's kind of a heavy piece, and it ended up selling for $55. Now this leather cigarette case and lighter holder has the Harley Davidson logo, the bar and shield and eagle imprinted on it, or embossed on it I should say. And this was found at a garage sale. Guy had all these Harley items, memorabilia and things spread out and way overpriced on most stuff, but he only wanted $5 for this. And he also had a bunch of cigarettes from Harley Davidson. Apparently they used to brand their own cigarettes. Unopened package. He was asking $5 a piece for those, but I got him to throw in the pack of cigarettes for free. And I figured somebody might want this as a collector's item, having them both together. But sure enough, somebody did. They paid $80 for these. These are three Johnny Lightning Mustang 5.0 cars from the late 80s. Matter of fact, I owned one of these back in 1990. And these are just little die-cast cars, still new on their cards. And the three of these sold for $40. And this is just all part of this large collection of hobbies that I acquired. Stretching all the way down there, trains and everything in boxes. Just a huge collection. This is about what I've got listed, is from there to there. A lot of work ahead of me, but it's been paying off pretty well so far. Again, these three Johnny Lightning die-cast Mustangs sold for $40. This is a pair of Red Wing work boots, and they're just about like new. Just very slight signs of wear on them, and but they are an odd size. They're a size 7D, men's 7D. And I thought, oh, these are going to take a long time, but they have only been up for a couple of weeks. And I got an offer of $125 for them, priced I think at $130. So that was an easy one. $130. I think these were just about $10 at a garage sale. This is off a rack unit that I've already sold the rack unit, and almost everything that was in the rack was for video editing. And this is where the switcher would sit. The operator could rest his arms on this padded bar there, and it fits in a standard rack. And this little unit I've had for quite a while. Finally sold it on a best offer of $47. Apparently that makes it come out to a total of $95.25 with shipping. And no money into this, but nice to have it out of the warehouse. Another pair of remote control X-Mods cars. These are the Mitsubishi Lancer model. It's a pair of them. Their chassis and motors and one controller. Actually, just one chassis and two bodies. And this setup sold for $80. This is a mid-70s Toshiba. It's the black stripe color picture tube that they heavily campaigned that back in the 70s as a brighter, more clear color picture. But it's in this fabulous orange color with a matching swivel base. It comes off, of course. I found this at a antique store. I actually went to Sioux City, Iowa. For you geography nerds, that's about halfway between Sioux Falls and Omaha. About an hour and a half drive. And I went there to pick up a desk at a different store, and while in another town I just decided to look around, and I came across this antique mall and stopped in to have a look, and they had this on sale for $50. Well, I couldn't pass it up. It looks pretty cool, and everything works on it, and I ended up selling it for $400. This is a pair of Blue Angels t-shirts, somewhat vintage, and I found these last fall at a garage sale for just $0.25 a piece, but they didn't sell. I had an offer of just wanted to buy the one t-shirt, and I told him that's fine, and he then made me an offer that was way too low. I had the pair of these priced at $30, and he offered $10 for one of the shirts. And so I declined that, and now, just today, a week or so later, somebody on Bonanza bought them both for $30. This is a raw 12-inch speaker out of a Magnavox console unit. I received a couple of them for free a couple years ago. It took me quite a while before I got around to dismantling them. And I've sold a number of the components for a few $100s so far. And this particular speaker went for $30. I always attach a piece of cardboard to protect the cone, and then wrap it up in some of this plastic back foam that I get from the auto parts dealer. A bit of an amendment to that last video. This is the second of the two. The guy came back and bought the other one as well. Before I put the cardboard over the top, you can see what they look like. Sort of a ribbed surface. Apparently that is desirable for some reason. But again, sold them both now for $30 a piece. This is a Packard Bell 8-track player, and it's got this interesting Triumph module on the side of it for recording. Now, these were used in the radio industry to do recordings on the fly. You could push this button and it would start to record. You could click it back off, all while the tape was still running. It's in very good condition. Everything works on it. I did a nice demo video of it that I included in the listing. And I had it priced about $70, and I've had it for quite a while. So when I got an offer, I thought, great. But the offer was very low. It was $25. I came back at $55. He came back at $40. I finally decided just to counter one more time at $45, and he just accepted. After I thought I was all done packing for the day. I got to leave very early in the morning, so everything has to be packed tonight. Leaving for Grand Island, Nebraska, right in the middle of the totality zone for the eclipse tomorrow morning. So this sold for $45. I think I paid $5 for it at a garage sale. This is a set of 3 '94 Boss Mustangs by Johnny Lightning from my big hobby collection that I've acquired. Little die-cast cars, and these 3 sold for $30. This is a 70s or 80s clock radio by Sony. It has a digital readout. Found it at one of those garage sales that you always like to come across, where everything's priced like $1. So you really search out everything because you know there's nothing but good deals. And this one just took a little cleaning, works just great. Sold it right away for $30. This is another HO gauge train. This is a switcher, a saddle tank switcher, and part of the hobby collection I acquired. And this little train sold for $80. It's almost in like new condition. I can't really tell if it was used or not, but I declare that in the listing so nobody thinks they're getting something they're not. Again, this went for $80. This is a brass book holder. I suppose you could use it for photos as well. It's adjustable as far as the angle goes, and it folds right up as well. I found this at a garage sale for just a couple dollars. Took a couple weeks to sell, but I got $30 for it. This is a Polaroid SX70 in the rainbow style. Came with a flash bar. Now, I find these at garage sales all the time. I've got quite a few of the Polaroid cameras, and they're easy to test if you have an old film pack, because that's where the battery power is, and you can just stick that in and it will try and eject the film so you know that it's working. And this sold for $60. Again, just $1 at the garage sale. I've had this Arctic Cat Cat's Pride golf style hat for quite a while, a couple years now. When I picked it up at a garage sale for like 50 cents, I thought for sure that this was going to be a winner, but it just didn't sell. I finally just took a $12 offer on it. This is the head shell off a tone arm from a Type A Garrard turntable. Back when they were mono. Just the head shell, and this sold for $25. Eclipse Central, just outside Grand Island, Nebraska. Bader Park. Lovely spot. My eyes!